Today, we're going to break down the best Town Hall 12 attack strategy using the Ice Golems, Bowlers, Witches, and Bats, and we're going to be doing them live. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt, and today we're going to be teaching you guys my favorite Town Hall 12 attack strategy. And no, it is not the Zap Witches, but instead it is the IC5. For those of you who don't know what this attack strategy is, it is using the Ice Golems, Bowlers, Witches, and Bat combination to wreck bases. Now this works against both singles and multis. Along with that, it works well whether you're a new Town Hall 12 or a max Town Hall 12. Now this attack strategy is fairly simple to understand in terms of the base identification. Really simple stuff. Treating it similar to a P.E.K.K.A. Boba of some sorts, what you're doing is you want to be able to enter into an area of splash. So in the 30 seconds I had to do this attack here in multiplayer, I wanted to look to getting rid of the Town Hall, the Eagle Artillery, Wizard Towers, and in this case there were 3 Wizard Towers, and then if there were any multi-infernos in the core. However, here there were singles, so it didn't really matter at all. And one was upgrading, and it wouldn't have mattered anyways if it was up. So those are things that you really want to try and heavily consider. Along with that, you want to make sure that you're able to create the funnel over here and on the other side. Almost treating this like a regular bow witch while you're able to send all your troops towards the Eagle Artillery. So you'll see that what I'm going to be starting here with first is the Ice Golem with 3 Bowlers and 2 Witches. This is enough to create the funnel on either side. That way what I'm able to do is send in the Ice Golems with the Wall Wrecker, the Witches, the Bowlers, and the Heroes to dive in. Now I'm holding onto the Rage until we can get into that second layer of wall that is broken through. That way we can start sending in these Witches and letting them power through. Along with that, we want to make sure that we're using another Rage in order to continue boosting them through and provide a bit more support for that Wall Wrecker with the Warden Eternal Tome. That way we can use the P.E.K.K.A. and the Ice Golem to secure that 2-star, or at least secure the star from the Town Hall. Now this is all fine and dandy. These type of ring bases are really, really easy. And with the amount of troops that we have going in on this side, we're going to be able to get rid of another Wizard Tower. So while that's going on, we can drop in our bat spells. Now we want to make sure that the bats are going in the correct area. So we want to make sure that they're working themselves over to the Wizard Tower that we haven't been able to get rid of. So in this case, we're using the Bat Wave in order to get rid of that and control their pathing. And like that, we're able to easily get through. We don't need to worry about this Wizard Tower, the Ice Golems tanking for it, and that is going to be practically it for the attack. Very simple stuff. And the best part is, you won't have the bat spells on the Town Hall, since I wouldn't recommend it, since it's not really a good thing for your bats. And the same thing goes, you don't want the bats to get killed by any sort of air mines or anything, so you want to make sure that they're staying protected, so using no air troops is incredibly good with this attack. So all in all, this is an extremely powerful strategy that I would recommend. Now let's also go ahead and go into multiplayer and start doing these attacks live so you can see how I attack with the IC5. Alright guys, this is going to be the next one, and here in this base, we've got a couple max expos, but from the looks of it, we might be able to get all the way across the Town Hall. So I want to be able to then go ahead and use the Ice Golems on either side, send them up towards the middle, and let's see if it's going to be enough for a triple. So let's go ahead and first drop in an Ice Golem, 2 Witches, and 3 Bowlers. I might have dropped a couple more than that. So let's drop 3 Bowlers here. We're going to drop in 2 Witches, drop in the rest of the Ice Golems, drop in the Wall Wrecker, the Witches here, Bowlers, and then we should be able to control everything. I'm going to drop in the King over here, along with that with the Warden. That should be enough to continue to power into the core of the base. So we should be able to get a good amount of our Bowlers and stuff to move in. Uh-oh, looks like the Warden's going away. No, Warden, we kind of need you. Does he get over there? Pop the ability. Whew, we got there. Just in the nick of time, too. And we have the King moving in with that, but is that going to get over to that Town Hall? I'm really worried. No, it doesn't look like it, but we do have the queen going in, so we don't need to worry too much. So we will be able to use the queen ability in order to get through that. So I'm going to go ahead and start the bats right here, pop the queen ability, get through the town hall. With ease, down it goes. And we're able to use the free spells for the back end of the base here. We don't need to worry about the single that's on the outside. Start kind of like a little bit of cleanup. And let's see, as they get closer to that wizard tower, drop in the first freeze. Drop that second freeze on the wizard tower and also on the Teslas. This is looking very good. I think we're going to be able to get through it. Let's freeze up these point defense buildings. But I think outside of that, we should be able to get it done. Whew, that was fairly close. We almost had the warden going on the other side. That could easily been a fail. But I'm not just like doing these attacks and then not showing you guys my fails. If I fail, I fail. But in this case here, we didn't. It was barely. But we still did very well. And even tougher bases like this can still crush easily. Let's take a look at another live attack using the IC5. Alright, here we go, guys. We've got this one, and let's see. So I want to be able to go ahead and get into that town hall, which is a major threat. So we can kind of enter into this area. And from here, we should be able to get rid of 3 wizard towers, and we should be able to get rid of the multi-infernos that are down here. So that should be good. So we should be able to easily still move through. So I'm going to start by going ahead and using an ice golem with 2 witches and then 3 bowlers. Same thing over here on the other side in order to make sure that we're able to create enough of a funnel. And then I'm going to drop in 3 ice golems, the wall wrecker, and then I'm going to be dropping in the rest of the witches, and then I'm going to be dropping in the bowlers, the king, queen, and the warden. And we should be able to start entering into the base. I'm going to use a rage spell here. Then I'm going to go ahead and use the warden ability. We did miss the wall wrecker, but we should be able to enter through. Yes, we do. And I'm going to be able to then continue to push everything in. We do have giants in the clan castle, but that's not going to be really a threat at all. We got rid of the eagle artillery, so that was pretty simple. Getting rid of the town hall. The next threat is going to be that multi-target inferno. That should be no problem either. And I'm going to go ahead and drop in my bat spells up here. Get ready, because we're going to have to drop in a freeze extremely early. And that should be enough to get through. There we go. And it looks like we still have 1 more splash-related building. But this is looking very, very good. I'm going to drop in a freeze right there. Drop in that freeze. Oh, we were a little late. That's fine. We should be able to get that down with no problem. But if that was maxed out, that probably would not have gone down. So we do lose all of our bats, but if you take a look, we still have a lot of units left on the field. We have the P.E.K.K.A, we have the Queen, the Grand Warden, we've got some bowlers. This is looking fairly good. We should be able to get the triple with no problem at all. We can use a couple of our smaller troops here in order to get through. But outside of that, still worked incredibly well. This was a little bit tougher of a base, not really, but I just wanted to slow this one down for you guys to see exactly what I was doing in this attack and how you guys can apply exactly what I'm doing in these ones. So here, we had some pretty solid we had a fairly solid attack. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more that we have, because we are definitely going to be doing more live attacks. Got some decent elixir there and some decent dark elixir. But let's go ahead and do another live attack to show you guys how to use this attack strategy. Alright guys, here is the next live attack. And this one here, as you can see, it's in a live base. But even though it's not clearly maxed, we do have some of those key defenses maxed. So let's go ahead and start by going ahead and using 1 ice golem, 2 witches, or there's only 1, 2 witches, and 3 bowlers. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. In order to make sure that we're able to create a bit of a funnel, send in the wall wrecker, send in the ice golems, send in the witches. Make sure that we've created a bit of a funnel. I'm going to drop in the king, queen, and warden first. And then we're going to be able to send in these bowlers, rage them up here on the outside. Make sure that they're able to get through. We'll go ahead and use the ability early so that way the wall wrecker can get into the core. This is looking very good here. I'm going to use the Rage Spell in order to boost these guys up, and I'm going to be able to boost up the Ice Golem and P.E.K.K.A. as they continue to move through. Down goes the Town Hall, and let's see. I think we're going to use the Bat spells over here. Pop the King ability, and we'll be able to start working our way towards the Wizard Tower. And right there, we're going to drop that. Oh, I guess we didn't really need to use the freeze. But this is looking very good, and I think this is going to be another triple. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Oh, that was really close. Oh, man. There was a tornado trap, and they caught that. But, hey, do you know what? All good. We have 2 free spells. We're going to reset the army. But there we go. Let's just kind of help with the cleanup. But there you go. That is how easy this attack strategy is. We found a tornado trap, and that's something that you really need to be careful of, is just really anything that's going to crush your bats. And look at that loot there, too. Really solid. Let's do another live attack so you guys can see exactly how I'm hitting with this attack as a new Town Hall 12. Alright guys, now I know this base design is not alive. It is technically speaking a dead base here, but I still saw the loot and it's pretty good to get, especially here in Masters 1. So, let's try it out. Let's just show you guys the fundamentals. So we're going to be starting with the Ice Golem, 2 Witches, and then 3 Bowlers. We're going to do the same thing over here on the other side, 2 Witches and 3 Bowlers. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send in the rest of the Ice Golems, the Wall Wrecker, the Witches, and then we're going to be sending in the Bowlers, King, Queen, and then the Warden. So you can see how we're just easily being able to kind of move through, and even though this is a dead base, this is still going to show you guys those fundamentals. So what I'm doing here first is I'm going to drop in that Rage spell, make sure that we're able to get through. Incredibly important that you guys drop that Rage so that then the Bowlers and the Witches can still move into the core. And then once we get closer towards the Town Hall, I'm going to use the Warden ability to protect everything else going through. And we've gotten a lot of really good value, and I'm going to be going ahead and dropping in the Bat spells here in order to kind of get through some of these defensive buildings. And I do kind of expect some of the Bats to split. Looks like they do. I'm going to go ahead and drop in a freeze right there in order to protect the Bats from the Wizard Tower, and that is looking good. If there was a multi-inferno up, we would use that over the multi, but outside of that, it's pretty simple stuff. We're going to freeze up the Warden altar, but that is looking very good. We'll be able to use a couple of these cleanup troops, pop the Queen ability. That's pretty good stuff here, and even though it was a dead base, I wanted to give you guys the ability to see the fundamentals more so. So that way you guys can see exactly how to crush through bases, but these are bases that you're going to typically find. And also, the loot was something I couldn't really pass up. I mean, come on. With 100% loot bonus here as well, pretty good stuff. So, let's go to move on into another live attack using this attack strategy. Alright guys, we're going to be trying to hit this one here for the final one. And we want to try and get to these Wizard Towers. So there are 3 Wizard Towers here that we can get right by this Eagle Artillery. So, we're going to be doing this a little bit differently from the others. We're going to drop in the Ice Golem here, 2 Witches, and then the 3, maybe 4 Bowlers over there. I'm going to drop in another Ice Golem here, 2 Witches, and then 3 Bowlers. And then I'm going to drop in the Wall Wrecker with the King, Queen, and the Warden. Drop in the other Ice Golems, the Bowlers, or the Witches, and then the Bowlers. Uh-oh, doesn't look like the King wants to go in, but that's fine. We've got the Bowlers and the Ice Golems to power through. I do need to get the Warden ability off on the Wall Wrecker. We do. Whew, we got through that, and we'll be able to enter right into the core. I'm going to pop the King ability. Going to use another Rage in order to power through this main core part. Looks like there is a tornado trap, but we use the Ice Golem Death Freeze to get through that. And we actually might be able to get all of the Wizard Towers out of the way, and we do. And all I have to do is just drop in the Bats. And I think this is going to be a triple for us. We might not even have to use any of the freeze. Let's see. I don't even think so. I think we could just swag all 3 of the freeze spells. Start the smaller troops here. But yeah, let's just freeze this up kind of for swag. But there you go. There we go. We can go ahead and freeze up the storages. But outside of that, that is how easy this attack strategy is. This is an extremely easy attack, and really it comes down to that base identification. If you're new Town Hall 12, I would highly recommend just not using this attack against max bases. It's really not worth it, and 100% you can still crush through a lot of bases whether you're new. So try to look for those new Town Hall 12 type of bases. That way you can easily crush them with this attack. So hopefully this video finds you well. Hopefully you guys see exactly the power of this attack. I know I didn't show any me versus max Town Hall 12s, but it would be almost impossible. I mean, I don't have max troops, and I don't even have my army camps max. So you have to just make up what you can, and along with that, you have to hit what you're comfortable with. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this video. Let me know what you guys thought about just doing more live attacks in general. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell for more. Join my Discord server. Make sure you guys follow me on the social, and I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.